Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on this program. Over the next 45 minutes, we're going to be addressing all your stock-related questions with our top market masters who will be joining in on this show to solve your queries. In case you're here for the first time, the WhatsApp number is on your screens. Send me your questions here along with your name, your location and your contact details. We can definitely take up all your questions from there. And along with it, you can also log on to our YouTube channel. In case you're already watching our show there, then go to Daily Calls Live and use the comment section there to send me your questions. I'll be too happy to pick up some of your questions from there as well. Already, a lot of our viewers are joining in on our YouTube, so let me quickly welcome all of them who are joining in early on the program. We have Vinod Chaudhary joining in, Shomalia that is joined in. Welcome to both of you. We also have a lot of viewers who are joining in on WhatsApp as well, so welcome to everybody who's joining in early. And we will also be welcoming our guest on board shortly as well. Akshay Bhagwat will be with us in the first half an hour of trade to help us understand what exactly the way you should be looking at the markets and of course how to address your queries. 58 points lower meanwhile on the Nifty. Viewers, this is at 25,800 and now that level is also getting breached on the lower end. So we've slipped to the day's low point. With all the choppiness that went on in the first half of trading session, now we are again facing some more pressure at 25,800 and that level seems to be at the risk of getting lost as well. 0.2% lower for the Nifty. Well, beyond the surface, if you look at the other spaces, let's also pull up the Nifty Bank. Let's also pull up the mid and the small caps as well on your screens to help you understand how the markets are panning out there. Similar reaction on the Nifty Bank as well. That's also near the low point of the day, 0.2% lower in trade. The mid and the small caps, meanwhile, remember even yesterday, they were seeing sharper pain with respect to the benchmark indices. Today also, they're down by about 0.3%. It's the PSU banking index that's, however, hovering higher, about 1.3% up. This is the outlier. You can also see metals, oil and gas from the commodities basket, even the export oriented names like IT and pharma. Remember, the rupee has been consistently weakening and that is lifting up these export oriented sectors as well. Akshay Bhagwat is now with us. He's the Senior Vice President of Derivatives Research at JM Financial. Welcome to you, Akshay. Good to have you with us. Well, first up, your view on the markets. We're again facing some selling pressure, even at 25,800 at this point in time. Do you see this could lead to a deeper correction in the markets? We've been consistently lacking any strength to bounce back or to sustain above 26,000 levels. But what do you see right now?
Good afternoon, Sakshi, and to all the viewers. You're absolutely right. Since the last few trading sessions, there is a dry up of volumes at levels of 26,000 plus. There is a selling intent, which we have noted from the FII desk. And also, the markets are slowly and steadily building up a distribution phase where there is selling, which is seen especially in the mid and the small cap space. Heavyweights are somewhere clinging on, but the broader market is clearly showing signals of a fatigue. Level wise, 25,700 is an important level basis spot, and the way the charts are slowly playing out, there is a case building up that the support of 25,700 may breach on the technical charts, post which you can have a round of selling, which can see the markets visiting the November lows of 25,300.
Okay, fair point. Let's actually also look at the PSU banking index first, Akshay, to help us understand what exactly is the view over there. This index has been consistently time and again proving, tailwind of sorts as far as the market is concerned. There's a lot of news flow that's happening with regards to the foreign ownership increase in PSU banks and also the mergers coming in ahead for the new year 2026. Do you believe that PSU banks can continue to give a lot of opportunities and returns to investors?
Yes, so PSU banks, again, you have to be very specific when you choose which bank you need to invest in. See, what I understand is right now there has been good, strong move which we have noted in most of the PSU names in the last couple of months. They have come to a point where stocks like a Canara Bank or a Bank of Baroda have almost tested their life highs and now are slowly noting some bit of profit booking from the tops. So again, it's the choice of banks which you will carry forward for 2026. stocks. But yes, out of the entire banking pack, there is some steam left in the PSU banking space. And stock specific, if I were to take a couple of names, then Union Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, a Canara Bank. These may be the banks which might have one more round of upswing left in their armory before some kind of profit booking kicks in. So it's more of a short to medium term trade which is building up a case for PSU banking, but still no major rallies as of yet, which might kick in 2026.
Okay, let's now kickstart our conversation with all our viewers and start taking their questions too. We have the first question coming in from one of our viewers on our YouTube. This is Guru, who says, good morning to the entire Business Today television team. Hi Guru, warm welcome, good morning to you as well. He says, I have Bajaj Finance shares in my portfolio and also Shriram Finance. So, from the NBFC basket, he needs your view, Akshay. Bajaj Finance he holds at 1040, Shriram Finance at 850. For a short term view, what is the outlook that you can share on both of these stocks for him?
See, from the short-term perspective, as I mentioned, there is a good chance that there might be some profit taking in the market in the second half of the December month. So there is a good likelihood that there can be some bit of a sell-off in the banking and the financial services space. That does not mean that a stock like a Bajaj Finance or a Shriram Finance, which is technically very strong from a medium to long term perspective, will change in its longer term outlook. But yes, from a shorter term 15 days outlook, you might see a 2 to 3% dent from the current market price. So if that case does worry you, then Bajaj Finance is the weaker name among the two. And the levels which you need to keenly observe would be a support of 980 in Bajaj Finance, where you need to maintain your stop loss if you are a short term trader. And for Shriram Finance, I think still you can continue a buy and hold kind of a trade where possibly 900, 920 can be the upsides, which still may be in the making.
Okay. Taking the next question now. This one is again from our YouTube. We have Vinita Gupta saying, good afternoon, Sakshi. Can you please suggest any view on Affle that I have a position on at 1150? I also have M&M Finance in my portfolio at 362 odd levels. I need a 6 months view with a possible target and a stop loss that you can also suggest. So, Akshay, first up, Affle bought at 1150, so sitting on profits because the stock has moved up to 1687. Next 6 months, where do you see the target and stop loss for this? And the second one will be M&M Finance.
Look, Affle 3i Limited, the short term outlook is a bit weak. There's a difference in view. Longer term is still strong, but there builds a case where immediately in the 1.5 month scenario, you might see the lower end of 1500 being tested in the due course of time. So it means that if you're looking from a 6 month perspective, the levels which you need to keenly follow would be the support of 1500, which can be tested on the lower side. That does not mean the stock scenario changes. It may rebound from those levels. And a rough target estimation which I can give you as of now would be a target of around 1950 on the upside. So these are the targets and support you need to work with for Affle India. And for M&M Finance, which is the other name you asked for, here the price structure is more stronger. There is more clarity here because the stock has given a price volume breakout at 320 level. So with that breakout, now your support is 310, below which you maintain a stop loss, and a possible target expectation can be roughly near 400 to 420 in a time horizon of 3 to 5 months.
Okay. Taking the next one, then we have this next question coming in for our WhatsApp. Also, we'll take some questions now. This is Piyush Haldar. He says, sir, एक्यूएस में क्या करना चाहिए? 163 में ट्रेड कर रहा है अभी, और इस भाव में क्या खरीदा जा सकता है? इसका टारगेट क्या होगा? एक्यूएस एक रिसेंटली लिस्टेड स्टॉक है जो अभी इसका आईपीओ पिछले 10 दिनों में ही आया था, फिर ये लिस्ट हुआ लास्ट वीक में, जबकि इसकी लिस्टिंग जो थी वो थोड़ी फ्लैटिश थी, उसके बाद थोड़ा मोमेंटम बिल्डअप हुआ था. 163 पर अभी ये ट्रेड कर रहा है. इसके चार्ट्स आपके पास अक्षय बिल्कुल नहीं होंगे. एनी सजेशन ऑन दिस एट ऑल?
I'm sorry, without charts, it's very difficult to make a comment. So kindly excuse on this.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from Rohit from Nagpur. He says, hi Akshay sir, hope you're doing well. I have bought Kirloskar oil at 1200, about 100 shares. Now I want to shift out of Kirloskar oil. So can I look at maybe a Tatwa Chintan Pharma, for instance? So he's wanting to shift also sectors. Any indication there?
So, Kirloskar Oil Engineering, if you look at, I hope this is the same stock, 1260. So here, the recovery is more of a V-shaped recovery, which we have seen on the monthly charts. So the recovery comes all the way from the levels of 550. And the way the setup is, this V-shaped recovery concludes somewhere around the all-time high levels of 1450. So 1450 is possibly the target area you can look forward to, and the support right now which is building up is 1050. So hold would be the suggestion.
ओके, नेक्स्ट हमारे पास क्वेश्चन आया है जोशी जी का। ये लिखते हैं कि सर, नाउ दैट द रुपी इज रिकवरिंग अ बिट, इफ इट गेन्स विल इट हेल्प स्टॉक्स लाइक स्टील स्टॉक्स, मे बी टाटा स्टील? हाउ वुड यू लुक एट दैट? तो अक्सर हम देखते हैं जब भी रुपया वीक होता है तो एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड सेक्टर्स को फ़ायदा पहुंचता है। आईटी, फार्मा, टेक्सटाइल्स, जेम्स, ज्वेलरी, केमिकल्स तरीके के जो सेक्टर्स हैं। और ऐसे ही जब रिकवर होता है रुपया तो इनको थोड़ा कम फ़ायदा मिलता है, लेकिन डोमेस्टिक ओरिएंटेड सेक्टर्स को फ़ायदा होता है। अक्षय, स्टील स्टॉक्स के ऊपर एक आप व्यू दे दीजिए, और टाटा स्टील में क्या रुपया रिकवर होने से फ़ायदा होगा या नहीं, ये बताइए।
Steel stocks are in the limelight. They are having their fair share of run up, and what I understand is that there is strong momentum case building up. But now, with the rupee almost hitting levels of 91 plus in yesterday's trade, and possibly with the RBI intervention, which we feel with the rupee again temporarily getting down below 90, there may be a cap on the upside or further rupee depreciation around 90-91 levels in the next 1.5 months. So I think rupee play will not be a major concern from here on. Rupee might consolidate a bit. The upside should be capped. But I think metals might consolidate a bit considering the fair share of run which it has. And especially if you were to talk of Tata Steel, which was your question, I think Tata Steel has a negative setup on the broader or the longer term charts, where 185 has been more of a double top scenario. So there is a case where the stock may get into a range or a time correction with 155 being the lower end of the range and 185 being the higher end of the range. It's expected to be range bound. So I think if you're a long term investor, continue to hold. Short term, I think it's better to take an exit from Tata Steel and move over to probably a stock like a Steel Authority of India or a Jindal Steel and Power Limited.
Okay. Let's take the next question. This one is from Aarti Jain. She says, Akshay sir, can I make any fresh investment in GMR Airport at the current price? And if I have a 1 month view only, what is the target that I should work with? So a trading position if she wants to take on GMR Airport's infra, what would you suggest, Akshay, on this one?
See, GMR Airport is strong counter. It has given a break 3 weeks back, a positive technical price breakout at the levels of 100. But if you were to see the market direction, somewhere the small mid cap space is lacking strength. So if does the market correct, there is a chance that the stock might go sideways for the time being. So you need to be a bit careful on that. We do not see any major fall, but maybe with the 3 month view, the levels you need to keep in mind would be support of 95. And considering that things stay well, the possible target expectation can be around 125.
Fair point. Let's take the next one. This one is from Karthik from Hyderabad. He says, I have a question on Tata Chemicals, sir. I have 100 shares at 1115. I want to know, can I average at the current levels, or should I completely exit and move to a better counter? Request you to please suggest to me as to what should be my strategy. I'm sitting at a 35% loss. What will be the best strategy to recover his losses and probably make better profit somewhere else? So Tata Chemicals, he entered at 1115. Current price is 755. 35% of losses. What should he do?
Yeah, so it does make sense that you need to move out of this counter, because I think month on month it's the straight fifth month of a fall in the stock. First of all, if I were to analyze this, right now it is trading at a very crucial support, somewhere 725, 750 is a support where some trading bounce can be anticipated after such heavy fall in the last 4 to 5 months. Really, that bounce, if it does mature, should be looked as an exit in the counter. Well, if you were to move out from Tata Chemicals to some other stock, then I don't see the chemical space doing much. I think you'll have to move to some different sector, and a couple of different sectors. If you were to look at, would be a small banking space, an IDFC First Bank or a City Union Bank would do more justice to your investment if you consider these two stocks from a longer term perspective.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from Ashwin from Bengaluru. He says, I hold about 200 shares of nuclear software. I have this stock at 1435 in my portfolio, and I want to look at understanding whether it is a good time to average this stock or should I sell to book my losses. Request any suggestion also in case you would advise him to shift out of this space. So, from the IT Pack nuclear software at 922, but he bought at 1435. So, he's actually sitting on massive losses right here. He's held on for a long period of time. What should be his strategy now?
See, this stock has a neutral setup going by the current price action. There is a strong support zone at 800, so that at the current levels, it does not mean the stock may reverse, but some more pain of 50 odd rupees can be pending in the stock. So, really, if you are long term, then only you need to keep it. Short term to medium term, maybe 50, 70 rupees more to go. If that is the time horizon you look forward to, then clearly it's an exit. Longer term scenario is different, but really it may take a lot of time for the stock first to go down and then show any intent of recovery. So the levels on technical front, key levels would be 800 to 825. That's an important support. But clearly, looking at the price volume action, I think in the next 2 to 3 months, I do not expect any reversal happening in this stock.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from Dubai that we've got a question. Govind says, hi, good day to you as well, Govind. He says, I have a question on Apollo hospitals. Can I enter at the current levels if I have a long term view? So I'm guessing, Govind, that you have over a 1 year plus view on this one. Apollo Hospitals has also had a good time of performance in this year as well. If we look at the last 6 months move and the year to date move, you will be able to see periods of improvement. 6,974 is the current level at which Apollo Hospitals is currently trading at. What is your suggestion? What would you advise here, Akshay?
See again for Apollo hospitals right now the longer term price structure is strong, but short term the stock is vulnerable to some bit of selling all the way till possibly around 6,700. So maybe 200 to 250 points downside can be in the making. The stock is below its 200-day moving average support. Technically, the trend is weak. So right now, the advice is that if you are keen on holding for more than a year, then only you can consider holding it. Otherwise, better to take an exit. Might as well look for entry on dips around 6,500.
Fair point. Taking the next question then. This one is from Satya. He says, Sir, would you advise me to switch from MGL, Mahanagar Gas, to HPCL for any momentum boost? Say 1 month position. Would that be advisable? So, 1 month of a time frame from a gas related stock to an OMC, HPCL. How would you advise?
See, two different views because we are dealing with a stock which is trading very close to its support zone. That's Mahanagar Gas. 1100 is the key support zone. Technically, the trend is weak, but now it is reaching a point where it is more vulnerable for a trading pullback, which holds validity for from a 1 month perspective. So, if you can maintain a strict stop loss of 1050 with a 1 month trading perspective, if MGL does show some bit of a recovery, then 1175 to 1200 can be the upside. Moving over to HPCL, which is more of a stronger counter because here the oil and gas stocks have been moving on a positive trajectory. I think if you want to stay with the momentum, stay with the trend, not interested in bottom fishing, then this is more safer bet here because the trend is strong and the probability of the stock hitting 490 to 500 looks higher. So given a choice, I would go stick with HPCL, stop loss 445, targets of around 500. That's the trading setup and a better choice among the two.
Okay, fair point. Let's go across and find out about the next stock query now. We have Gopala Krishna from our YouTube who's watching our show. He says, I have been feeling stuck at Aditya Birla Fashion Retail. What is your advice on the stock right here? So, on the fashion space, it's especially the strategy that ABFRL has been taking. It's similar to that of Trent to look at tier 2, tier 3 cities, with kind of stores like Owned that ABFRL has launched, which is in contrast with Trent's Zudio, that has been a big winning factor for Trent all of the year in 2024. Now ABFRL is moving forward with that. Today it's 5% higher in trade. But any advice on this one? What should be the strategy? We don't have the levels at which Gopala Krishnan really entered at, so we don't know where has he entered, what is his current position, because the stock is up by about 4.7% today. It's at 77.7.
See, ABFRL has shown multiple tendencies of recovery from the levels of around 70 to 75. So we are looking at this right from the last 3 to 4 years of data points. And recently, the stock again has reversed from its vital support zone of 75. So it builds a very strong case that the stock might again see a similar pattern which may unwind, where the stock may recover from the current levels all the way till 100 plus, which is much of a possibility. So an excellent trading setup. Need to maintain strict stop losses below 65 in case things go wrong. But looking at the price setup, I think it makes a lot of sense to buy or hold for possible positional targets of 100 with a 3 month time horizon.
Fair point. Taking forward to the next question now. This is Ankur Modi. He says, Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Very well, Ankur. Thanks for writing in, and hope the same for you as well. The question is, why are the markets continuously resisting 26,000 levels? What should investors like me do in a falling market like this? Well, Ankur, it's a very important question. I'm sure a lot of viewers must be asking the same question at the same time as well. So, yes, the markets are constantly facing selling pressure above 26,000, now at 25,800. Let Akshay address what should be the strategy that retail investors must adopt in case you're a trader or an investor in this kind of a volatile market.
See, honestly, December is a time where FIs pull out their money. The
Yes.
trading goes a bit dull from the second half of the month. Currently, the FIs too are on a selling spree. There is a chance of a rate hike by Bank of Japan, and rupee above 90 does build a case for a limited upside in the market. So most of the scenarios are against the market. The only silver lining is if the trade deal goes through with US, that may perk up the market for the time being. So many situations against the market. In such a scenario, it's better as a retail investor to be on cash and wait for the right opportunity. So the next possible trigger for the market will be the budget in the month of February. I think till then it's best to be on cash, wait for the build up to the budget, then possibly shortlist your stocks and the sectors which may do well based on the budget, and accordingly take a call in the market. But I think for the time being, for a month and a half, it's better to be on cash. That's what the initial signals the markets are suggesting us.
Okay. Let's take the next question, and this one is from one of our viewers, Neha Jain. She says, Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. I want to know about Adani Ports. I already have this stock in my portfolio at 1469. I want to add more shares. Can you please suggest a level for adding more shares to the long term portfolio of Adani Ports? Currently at 1485, she bought it at 1469.
See, technically, situation is a bit different because we are almost near the all-time high. So 1600 was the all-time high for Adani Ports in August, from where we had a crash all the way till 1000. So levels will play a significant role once it nears 1550 to 1600 zone. It will be vulnerable for profit booking. So my sense is if you can give a longer term horizon, minimum 1.5 2 year plus, then you need to accumulate Adani ports because longer term, definitely the charts would signal a breakout above 1600, post which the blue skies territory will open up for this stock. And I think investment is definitely the a good way to approach this counter. So important levels where you can average out or buy on dips would be support somewhere around 30. 1400, that's the first level of support, and around 1325, that's the extreme lower end of the support. So yes, buy and hold, but in short term I do not see any major developments happening in the stock. So continue to hold, give a longer term vision, and the stock should pay you the dividends which you aim for.
Okay, let's take another question, and this one is from Mr. Reddy. He's from Hyderabad. He says that can you please review Sri Salasar Investments? It has been consistently hitting upper circuits, and I have not been able to get an opportunity to enter into the stock as well. So let's actually look at the stock once and see if we can actually pull it out to see what's the current situation. 51.59. Okay, it's I think only a Bombay Stock Exchange listed stock. BSE listed stock. Last 5 days, it's gone up by 15%. Last 1 month, it's gone up 70%. So it's been consistently hitting upper circuits for the last entire month. In the last 6 months, the stock has gone up 237% as well. Last 1 year, 253% of a move from just about a 14.5 rupee odd level, it has surged up to 51.5 odd level. Akshay, there are many stocks in the stock markets usually which actually move circuit to circuit, where the liquidity is low, where the market cap is just about what 35 odd crore rupees here. So the fundamentals also need to be really looked at in such cases. But if somebody is looking at this technical move and looking to track that, how would you really advise that viewer?
I think, look, in the current market situation, I think it's again, I would repeat the same thing that kind of shortlist the stocks where there is a good promise. Because right now the market might be vulnerable to a short term correction. You will definitely get the desired stocks maybe 4 to 5% below from where they trade because they are slightly overheated with the kind of move which we had in 2025. So with some bit of a cool down in the market sentiments, I think before the budget it builds an ideal scenario for slowly accumulating your desired stocks at the right levels. Take a fundamental advice at the same time because just strictly going by levels would not justify your investments. So have a mix of technical levels along with the shortlisted good fundamental picks, and that's the way to approach the market in 2026.
Okay, taking the next question now. We have the next question coming in from Raju Tiwari. He says, Akshay sir, can you please advise on Mankind pharma stock for good accumulation level to enter for the long term?
Uh, See, right now it's a downtrend. The volumes are falling, and there has been selling intent last 4 to 5 months. So level wise, I think 2000 to 1800. It's a range. It's a 200-point range, but I think there is a very good probability that that should be a possible base the stock might set up. So strictly on technical parameters, from 2000 you can start your accumulation journey. Right up till 1800, 1600 will be the stop loss or some level for your risk management. But I think 2000 builds a case where you can anticipate a bounce back in this pharma counter.
Okay. Quickly, if you could, before we let you go, can you help us understand your top stock idea that you're looking forward to in the new year 2026?
City Union Bank, that's one name you can look forward to. 250 breakout just seals the technical strength on this private banking name. I think 230 should be your stop loss for risk management, and a longer term investment horizon can see the stock moving all the way for targets of 320 plus. I think right now with the current market conditions, I would only stick with one name, City Union Bank.
Okay, got that. So I hope all of you have noted that down. That's the 2026 pick for Akshay right there. City Union Bank, 1.9% higher in trade right now at 275. That's where he believes a lot of money can be made in the new year. Thank you so much, Akshay, for being with us on the program and, like always, helping all our viewers understand the clear strategy on their stocks. All right, viewers, let's move on into the second segment now. The market's still lower at the low point at 3/10% lower, 70 points of a cut there and below 25,800. Let's also welcome another guest on board, Mr. Raghavendra Singh, a favorite on Daily Calls, is now joining in on the platform to share with us his fresh view and fresh take on the markets and also to address all of your queries. Now, warm welcome to you, Raghavendra, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Yet again, welcome. Take us through what is your sense on the markets. The Santa Claus rally seems to be missing out right now. But do you see a market reversal in sight at all?
Firstly, very good afternoon. As far as Nifty and Bank Nifty is concerned, we have seen a very small range in in Nifty around 24,000, 25,800 to 26,300 from past 15 days. I think Nifty is hovering around 2600 and below that from past 2 to 3 days. Now it is time to be bit cautious at this point of time. I'm expecting some lower level in the Nifty. I'm expecting 25,400, 25,500 on the card. देखो जिस हिसाब से ओवरऑल ग्लोबल मार्केट पैन आउट हो रहा है, आई बिलीव ये जो सेंटर रैली थी वो तो ऑलरेडी खत्म हो चुकी है, वो तो आई नहीं, क्योंकि वो मेरे ख्याल से यूएसडी आईएनआर ने उसको चुरा लिया. सो मेरे लिए वो अभी बहुत बड़ा कोई इसमें अपसाइड नहीं है. अनलेस अनटिल वी डोंट क्लोज अबाउट 26,300, I'm not expecting any kind of upside. So अभी फिलहाल ये लेवल ऐसा है जहां पे हम सब लोगों को थोड़ा सा कॉशियस अप्रोच रखना पड़ेगा. स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक मूवमेंट है. बैंक निफ्टी अगर ये 59,000 के नीचे 2-3 दिन और बंद हो जाए, 2 दिन, तो मुझे लगता है फिर अगेन मुझे लगता है 57,800 57,500 का लेवल जो आ सकता है. तो बेटर है अभी लॉन्ग साइड की पोजीशन बिल्कुल कम रखनी है. लॉन्ग साइड में बहुत ही जो है आपका छोटा एक्सपोजर होना चाहिए. शॉर्ट साइज में एक्सपोजर यू कैन डेफिनेटली इंक्रीज इट स्टेप बाय स्टेप, बट विद द स्टॉप लॉस ओनली.
Got it. Let's take the next question that we have. A lot of our viewers are asking you questions, Raghavendra. So let's straight away start off. Arihant Pappan says, I'm a big fan of Raghavendra, sir. Sir, NCC 200 पे लिया हुआ है, Allied बिलियन ने लिया हुआ है. फ्रेश एंट्री लेवल पर इनफैक्ट अलाइड को लेना चाहता हूं मैं. आपने कई बार इस शेयर के बारे में जिक्र किया है इस शो पर. तो एनसीसी 200 पर क्या करें, अभी 150 के आसपास पहुंच गया है और फ्रेश एंट्री अलाइड में पूछ रहे हैं आपसे.
एनसीसी तो साक्षी मुझे नहीं लगता कि अभी फिलहाल इमीडिएटली कुछ बहुत बड़ी रैली देगा. अगेन आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग 120-130 रुपए आ जाना चाहिए. सो एक बार आप चाहो तो यहाँ पे निकल सकते हो, या फिर आप 120 पे आए तो एवरेज करना. एडीएसएल हमने कई बार इसको जो है रिकमेंड भी किया और ये स्टॉक 150 से 350 गया था, फिर से 150 आया. सो 2-3 बार ऑलरेडी मोमेंट अच्छा खासा हो चुका है. अब ये स्टॉक 150 के आसपास है. मुझे लगता है यहाँ से डेफिनेटली मैंने भी थोड़ा बाई किया हुआ, ये मेरा डिस्क्लोजर भी है. सो आप भी यहाँ से बाई कर सकते हैं. 130 आए तो और ऐड करिएगा, फिर से आपको एक अपसाइड की रैली अच्छी खासी आने वाले समय में जो जरूर मिलेगी.
Okay. Let's take the next question, and this one is from Partha Sarthi Sri Krishna. He says, I'm a big fan of Raghavendra ji. Sir, what is the best value dividend stock long term के लिए अगर fresh entry लेना हो तो?
देखिए डिविडेंड स्टॉक्स तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, नो डाउट. आईटीसी है आपका, आप देख लो, एचएएल देख लो, ब्रिटानिया देख लो. तो बहुत से ऐसे स्टॉक्स हैं जो आपको अच्छे खासे डिविडेंड दे रहे हैं. बट मेरी जो फेवरेट पिक है वो वीडीएल है, वेदांता है, जिसने हर बार मुझे जो है अपने डिविडेंड से कुछ नई चीजें, वो पैसा जो डिविडेंड का आता है वो पैसा मैं गोल्ड या सिल्वर में इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. सो एक ही अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, आप भी ये वीडीएल बाई कर सकते हैं. इसके अलावा और भी जो अच्छे डिविडेंड पेई स्टॉक्स हैं उसमें आप एफएमसीजी में जाओ, वहां पे भी आपको अच्छे स्टॉक्स मिल जाएंगे.
Taking the next one, this one is from Vinod Chaudhary. He says, Sakshi ma'am and Raghavendra ji, I am from Hyderabad and I want to shift my investment, which is currently in a 30% profit, from Suprajit Engineering. I am thinking of Belrise Industries. Can you please suggest whether it is a right decision?
बिल्कुल सर, आप बेलराइज में जा सकते हैं. मुझे लगता है बेलराइज आपको अच्छा खासा अपसाइड देगा. सो अगर शिफ्ट करना है तो सुप्रजीत इंडस्ट्रीज, you can withdraw 20-25% amount from Superjit Industries, and you can invest that amount into Belrise. I'm expecting 200 plus level in a very short span of time, maybe within 3 to 4 months. So definitely you can invest in Belrise.
Okay. Let's look at the next question that we have from our viewers. We have a lot of our viewers asking on our WhatsApp as well. Brijendra Shivhare from Jabalpur in MP says, sir, यूको बैंक के बारे में बताइए. 1500 शेयर्स हैं मेरे पास 31.6 के लेवल पर. अभी क्या करना चाहिए? PSU बैंक्स काफी फोकस में भी हैं अभी.
देखिए, पीएसयू बैंकों में रैली जो थी अभी बजट के हिसाब से आनी चाहिए थी, वो थोड़ी बहुत आई भी, बट अभी मुझे लग रहा है थोड़ा सा वेट करना पड़ेगा. तो यूको बैंक स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉट गुड, तो मेरे हिसाब से यू कैन एग्जिट दिस स्टॉक इमीडिएटली. और एल्स आप एक चाहो तो 28 रुपए या 27.5 रुपए का स्टॉप लॉस लगा लीजिए, क्योंकि अपसाइड बहुत लिमिटेड लग रहा है. बहुत जाएगा तो 30-31 रुपए तक जा सकता है. सो मुझे बहुत बड़ी कोई उम्मीद नहीं लग रही है अभी फिलहाल. जो है नवंबर में एक अच्छी खासी रैली आई थी, बट वो रैली अब खत्म हो गई. अब ये ऑलमोस्ट लोअर लेवल पे है, तो बेटर है अभी इसको अवॉइड कीजिए. फ्रेश एंट्री की जो है कोई चांस जो है यहाँ पे नहीं है.
Okay, got that. Let me take the next question, and this one is again from our WhatsApp and our YouTube also. A lot of people are joining in. Okay, let's take Swati's question first. He says, Swati says, this is a very useful show for us. Thank you so much, Swati, for writing in. And now she wants to know from you, between two stocks, she is a little confused between two stocks. One is the share of ABDL, that's Allied Blenders and Distillers, something that you have been consistently talking about. And the other one is Adani Total Gas. Between the two, where should she take a fresh entry? She's not shared a time frame with us, however.
तो अडानी टोटल इज कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट सेगमेंट. सो अडानी टोटल में जाने की जगह डेफिनेटली आप एडीएसएल में चले जाओ. मुझे लगता है एडीएसएल ज्यादा पैसा देगा आपको, या फिर अच्छा मूवमेंट है स्ट्रक्चर वाइज. मुझे नहीं लगता कि एबीडीएल अभी इमीडिएटली बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ से जो है डाउन साइड की उम्मीद है मुझे. सो अशोका बिल्डकॉन, या फिर आप चाहो तो अडानी टोटल में से, तो मेरे लिए अभी जो है एबीडीएल ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Okay. Let's take the next question, and this one is from one of our viewers on our YouTube. He says, sir, Aster DM Healthcare 690 पर लिया हुआ है. अगले एक साल में ये कैसा परफॉर्म करने वाला है, Aster DM Healthcare?
ये तो एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल सवाल हो गया, बट मेरे हिसाब से अभी इमीडिएटली स्ट्रक्चर तो बहुत खराब है सर. सो अभी मुझे रिवर्सल कहीं स्टॉक में दिख नहीं रहा है. 600 रुपए के आसपास है. सो स्टॉक ऑलरेडी 750 से 600 आ चुका है. सो नेक्स्ट 1 ईयर आप ये कह सकते हो कि एक बार थोड़ा डिप मुझे लगता है 570 550 तक आवे, तो वहां पे आप चाहो तो एवरेज कर सकते हो. बट अभी ओवरऑल मुझे लगता है स्टॉक में बहुत ज्यादा कोई अपसाइड नहीं है.
Okay, got that. Let me take the next one then. We have the next question coming in on our again WhatsApp. A lot of questions are coming in there. We have Satyan says, good afternoon to Business Today. I want to know about Ahluwalia contract. I got this at 1070. My outlook is for 1 to 1.5 years. I'm expecting about 15-18% in a year. Can you help me understand whether an 18% surge will be possible to see in Ahluwalia contracts?
Absolutely. I think the stock structure is very positive, and the stock has given a strong breakout above 960. Now, again, I think 1040 and 1080 level is there on the card. I think this level should come in within 2 to 3 months, I believe. You can keep a stop loss of 960.
Okay. Let me also take another question now. This is again from one of our viewers who's watching our show via WhatsApp, and this is Neha, who says, I have BHEL shares at 267. With the recent orders and the PSU space, do you think I should continue to add more?
Definitely, ma'am. You can definitely add this stock at this point of time also, but I think the stock can touch around 269, 268 level. That is the good level to add. And you can keep an stop loss of 260 for the target of 295 and 300 plus level.
Okay, let's take the next question, and this one is from one of our viewers, and this is also on our WhatsApp that we've got. Aman from Delhi. He says, I'm holding 70 shares of Tata Technologies. Average price is 1087. It's, however, almost halved. It's now trading at 645. So he's actually sitting on a loss of about 30,000 rupees. He says I can actually go on to hold on for a year, but will that make sense, or should I shift completely? Well, definitely you're right, Aman. This has been a clear disappointing stock from such a large group of Tata, pedigree of Tata that's coming in. It came with a lot of anticipation as an IPO. So many people invested in Tata Tech, but it has only disappointed investors in the last 1.5 years or so. Raghavendra ji, what should be the suggestion here?
Sakshi, I don't think stock have potential to touch even 700, 800 level in the month of 2 to 3 month span. So I believe stock has already broken the structure, and I think ये stock अब 550, 500 के पहले रुकेगा नहीं. बेटर है अभी अवॉइड कीजिए. आई एम नॉट एडवाइसिंग हिम टू एवरेज इट, बट अगर उनको होल्ड करना है होल्ड कर सकते हैं. बेटर है किसी और स्टॉक्स में देख लें. आई थिंक ये स्टॉक अगले 1 साल तक तो बहुत मुश्किल है कि ऊपर आएगा ये.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers again on our WhatsApp. This is a question coming in from, we don't have, I think, okay, Nag from Bengaluru. He says, hi Sakshi, good afternoon. Hope everything is doing well. As far as Delhi is concerned, you guys are rocking the show. Thank you so much, Nag, for your appreciative words. Truly, appreciate all the kindness that you show to the entire Daily Calls team. Your question is on alkyl amines, chemicals and Anup Engineering. He wants to know, for a fresh entry, if either of these stocks he could be looking at right now, Raghavendra ji, alkyl amine or Anup Engineering. Anyone on your radar as well?
Alkaline amine, I think stock have a very strong, support at 1565. I think अभी ये 1586 के आसपास है. So अभी स्टॉक में पोटेंशियल है यहाँ से ऊपर जाने की. So बेटर है इस स्टॉक को अभी आप यहाँ पे चाहो तो ऐड कर सकते हो. You can keep an stop loss of 1560, 1544. एवरेज करने की राय नहीं है किसी को, लेकिन अगर फ्रेश खरीदारी करनी है तो डेफिनेटली यहाँ से कर सकता है.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next question also. We have this question coming in from Arjun. He says, I have 1,000 shares of Vodafone Idea, Raghavendra ji, at 10.5 levels with a strong 5G rollout news fueling the interest. Is it a buy for the next 2 years?
साक्षी, आई डोंट थिंक सो, क्योंकि स्टॉक अब बहुत जाएगा 2 साल में तो कितना ही. तो मुझे बहुत ज्यादा उम्मीद नहीं है, बिकॉज ये सबके पास है. हर आदमी इसी उम्मीद में लेके रखा हुआ है कि शायद स्टॉक डबल ट्रिपल हो जाए. बट आई डोंट थिंक सो. 15-20% की रैली आई एम नॉट अवॉइड, मतलब ये नहीं, मुझे नहीं लगता कि नहीं आएगा, लेकिन 15-20% आ सकता है, बट नॉट मोर देन दैट.
ठीक है. Let's take the next question also. This one is from one of our viewers. Okay, on our WhatsApp again. We have a lot of questions coming in today. We have, this question from Lavish from Indore. He says 1,000 shares is what I have, Raghavendra ji, of Scient DLM at 415. Can you please give me a 1-year target?
Scient DLM, आई थिंक साक्षी स्टॉक जो है ऑलरेडी करीब 500-550 रुपए से नीचे आ चुका है. अब ये स्टॉक 420 रुपए के रेंज में मल्टीपल सपोर्ट पे है. सो अगेन आई थिंक स्टॉक अब यहाँ से रिवर्सल लेना चाहिए. एक्सट्रीमली ओवरसोल्ड जोन में है, तो एक बार मुझे लगता है कि 465, 470 का लेवल आ सकता है, तो स्टॉक को बाई कर सकते हैं विद द स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ 410, 405.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from Namish. He says it's a very useful show for us retail investors. Thank you so much, Namish, for writing in. The question is on Ambuja Cements. Any entry level that you can suggest on Ambuja Cement right now?
अंबुजा सीमेंट डेफिनेटली स्टॉक अभी यहाँ से बहुत ज्यादा ऊपर से नीचे आ चुका है. सो अब मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ से शायद हो सकता है एक रिवर्सल ले ले. सो बिल्कुल स्टॉक को आप यहाँ से बाई कर सकते हैं. आप चाहो तो 530 रुपए का स्टॉप लॉस दे दीजिए. स्टॉक अब 575, 580 तक जा सकता है.
Fair point. Okay. Let's actually take one more question and then we will move to understand Raghavendra ji's own choice of stocks for the new year 2026. Let's look at Raju Tiwari's question. He says, sir, NACL में कितना और डाउनसाइड देखने को मिल सकता है?
देखिए स्ट्रक्चर तो खराब हो चुका है, तो मुझे लगता है कि स्टॉक में अब यहाँ से थोड़ा सा और 140, 150 रुपए के नीचे अगर आएगा तो बहुत नीचे जा सकता है. सो मेरे हिसाब से अगर स्टॉक को रुकना है तो 150 तक जाके रुकेगा। अगर वो लेवल भी ब्रेक कर देगा तो फिर बहुत मुश्किल है से बता पाना कहाँ तक जाके रुकेंगे। तो बेटर है 150 का आप स्टॉप लॉस दीजिए।
Okay, one last question we will squeeze in. This is from Tara. She says, I have 100 shares of Infosys at 1800 levels. Will the buyback and the IT sector bounce back that we are seeing? What is the long-term view on Infosys?
मुझे लगता है तारा आपने बहुत अच्छा स्टॉक लिया हुआ है, सो डेफिनेटली आप इसको रखे रहिए। अगर आप चाहे तो बायबैक में भी इसको बिड कर सकती हैं, बट आई थिंक अगर आपको और लेना हो तो ले लीजिए। लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए मुझे लगता है स्टॉक 2000 के ऊपर अगले 1 से 1.5 साल में जाना चाहिए।
Okay, fair point. Well, okay, Raghavendra ji, now help us understand 2026 आने वाला है, तो ऐसे में निवेशकों के लिए क्या आपकी तरफ से सजेशन होगा? ट्रेडिंग आइडियाज कौन से होंगे, इन्वेस्टिंग आइडियाज कौन से होंगे, नए साल में कहाँ पर सबसे ज्यादा पैसा बन सकता है?
साक्षी देखिए, नया साल आ रहा है, 15-20 दिन और रह गए हैं। अब मुझे लगता है सब लोग उसी मूड में हैं, तो अगले साल मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ से मेटल में रैली थोड़ी सी और जा सकती है। एंड पीएसयू बैंक में स्पेशली एसबीआई मुझे लगता है कि अगले साल यहाँ से 1200-1300 रुपए का भाव दिखाना चाहिए। और एल्यूमिनियम वाले जितने भी स्टॉक्स हैं या जितने कॉपर जिंक वाले स्टॉक्स हैं, मेटल आप कह सकते हो, ओवरऑल उसमें एक तेजी रहेगी। सो ऐसे आप अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट को डिवाइड कीजिए, पीएसयू बैंकों में से एसबीआई, एंड मेटल में अगर आपको देखना हो तो हिंदुस्तान कॉपर, हिंदुस्तान जिंक, सेल, ये स्टॉक्स आप ले सकते हैं।
ओके, फेयर पॉइंट्स। तो चलिए, मेटल्स और वहाँ पर आपको तमाम चॉइसेस बताई गई हैं जहाँ पर आप निवेश करके बेहतरीन रिटर्न्स की उम्मीद कर सकते हैं 2026 में। राघवेंद्र जी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस ऑन द प्रोग्राम, एज ऑलवेज गाइडिंग ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स एंड ऑफ कोर्स गिविंग अस अ मार्केट आउटलुक दैट ऑल ऑफ आवर व्यूअर्स रियली अप्रिशिएट योर गाइडेंस फॉर। So thank you so much. We will of course catch up with you very soon on another edition. Viewers, we'll wrap it up on that note. We're still below 25,800 odd mark, but do stay tuned. I'll be back for the closing edition at 3 p.m.